Hey, what's up everybody? 3D Theory here. Today is August 4th, 2024 at 8 a.m. and it is vlog number 24. Those of you who are new to my channel, this is my tiny 3D print farm. I run it for production of these parts, which are pieces to a larger product that I attach them to, and then after I assemble them, we ship them out. So I don't really go too much into detail about the other parts of this product, but this channel covers the 3D printing aspects and anything related to the 3D printing part of building out the product. But yeah, this is my daily routine. I get about 3 sets a day. This is a set. We have a left latch, left plate, right plate, and that's one set, and I get about 3 of those done a day. If I stay up till about midnight, I can get about 4 done a day. That machine over there has the AMS, so it runs all my near empty spools that I can't do a full printout on. So I get all my near empty spools, put them on the AMS, and once one finishes, it goes to the other, and I'm able to print out a full product using that method. Alright, so you guys may have been wondering where this thing was that we modeled out yesterday, and there it is. I already had installed it last night, and I just went and I took it off and put it back on the build plate so I can show you. I do have a video from yesterday of me taking it off and installing it, so I'm going to include that pretty soon. But this thing is a beast. It really does its job and then some. I do think that adding 5 on the back here in terms of screw holes was a little bit overkill, and same with this. 2 was plenty. It does what it needs to do, and so if I were to make this available, I would get rid of this screw hole and those 2 screw holes that are empty there, and that would provide really strong support. But yeah, this thing worked like a charm. This back part held on to the hole very well, and same with this elongated, slightly tapered part for the rotary tool fit well. But finally, I'm gonna do some lubricating of the X-axis. I could already see some sort of, I don't know what that is. It looks wet, but it ain't wet in here. It's probably still pretty good. Dare I touch it? Let me see. That's pretty well oiled, but I'm probably gonna end up oiling it because it has been a month of complete, 24-hour, 7 days a week use of all these printers. So I figured it would probably be a good idea to get this lubricated, especially because on Bambu Lab's site it does mention that you want to do it once a month. And also I brought the isopropyl alcohol so I can wipe down these build plates really well, because I haven't yet, and get it to stop sticking too well to the point where it has like tiny little chips, not chips, but maybe like a little piece will chip off a tiny part that really is only aesthetic. Nonetheless, I want it to come off easier, so I got that isopropyl alcohol. Someone also suggested Windex, or actually I think I read that somewhere. Windex would probably work too, but yeah, I don't think I'll be putting Windex on here. Isopropyl alcohol sounds good. But nonetheless, without further ado, let's get yesterday's video on here. Guys, so it is still August 3rd, and just wanted to give a mid-printing little sneak peek. We got about 2 hours and 38 minutes left, and it's looking real nice. There is just a little bit of under extrusion right there, a couple of lines, but I'm wondering if that may be from the model, but I don't know. But those branches are looking good. Overall, it's looking fantastic. It looks like it's going to be a solid piece. Very cool. I'll come back once the print is finished up. All right, guys, it finished up. It is 8:55 p.m. and man, it's been a hot day. It's 91.6 degrees Fahrenheit in the 3D printer room, and these guys are well on their way, and we're actually just going to take this off really quick and give it a little test. All right, I'm actually going to turn on this light real quick. There you have it. All right, let's take this off. There you have it. Very nice. Okay. Take off some of these tree supports. coming off nice and easy. There's some extra stuff down here. Just peeling that away. So I use this light gray PETG from Creality. I just thought I'd give it a try. It looks really nice. Here's the result. There's a little bit of under extrusion there, as I mentioned before. Man, but look at that. It is gorgeous. It really looks nice. I'm really keen on trying these holes out. And yeah, that flexes as needed, just as I imagined. This one, less so, because it still does, but just a little less. But why don't we get this where I intended to use it? It's real solid, and give it a try. Alright guys, so pretty much this is where I intended on using it. And we're just going to go ahead. This is just a monitor stand where you can attach a monitor to and use it as you need it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And I just wanted to create like a really affordable option of holding the rotary tool as I need it. Okay, first thing to test is, does it go onto here? That is nice and tight. I even bought some grip plastic. I think it's called, I forgot what it's called, but some grip plastic, but it's already so tightly on there. That makes me kind of concerned for this, but let's see. Oh no, oh man, that is great. So pretty much, let's say this is the piece I needed to grind up. I just needed to solid so I can put it through, push it back, and elongate the hole. And I got to do about 300 of them. So man, that is sweet. That is super sweet. It's really rewarding to create something like this. But here we go. Let me actually turn this so you can see it. This is from Harbor Freight. They're stainless steel machine screws. And I wish I got one that had not a Phillips head, but kind of like a, I forgot what they're called, but a hex head. Looks like that. But this is what I got, and it's okay. Let's see if that screw that I was imagining I'd use would work. Well, works like a charm. Let me grab the nut for these and pop them in. That's perfect. Oh man, this is so good. I love it. This one's having a little bit of a hard time getting in, but we can get it in. There you go. And I got myself my little electric screwdriver. Pop that through. Oh man, that ain't going anywhere. I didn't even need 3, honestly. That is held in there so well. Let me see if I can show you what I'm seeing. So look at that gap, and as soon as I get this screw through, that is gorgeous. It closed that gap right up. I really don't need that third one. This thing ain't going nowhere. All right. I'm gonna do the same for these. Stick the nut in there. Pop that through. Awesome. I may just try 3 on this one. Since I don't need that, I'm gonna pop that out of there and just stick it through over here. But really, I honestly don't even think it needs 3. But I'll give it 3 just in case. Do the rest by hand there. Okay. Does it move? Actually, the only thing that's moving is the pole itself. But this, no way it ain't moving. So, let's just turn this thing on. And I think I'd probably be using it. Oh, I can't even move it, but like that. And just, yeah, I mean, this is perfect for what I need it for. This is so awesome. But there you have it, folks. That's pretty much it. When I saw what we received yesterday, I knew I'd have to make something like this. So I looked online and couldn't find nothing. So I figured I'd make it. And I'm glad I did. And yeah, if you guys are interested in this sort of thing, let me know. Chicago Electric rotary tool should be pretty well known. It's very inexpensive from Harbor Freight. But yeah, do let me know if you guys want to get your hands on something like this. Maybe I could put it up on the Etsy shop or something like that. We'll see. I need to get some rest. I am really tired. But yeah, it's probably tomorrow, so it's morning, and I probably feel energized. But nonetheless, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Well, all right, folks, there you have it. That was the mount for the rotary tool. If you guys are interested in that, do let me know. I'm going to put it up on Etsy. Speaking of Etsy, for the keychains here, by the time this video releases, these keychains will be available on my Etsy shop. I've relaunched my old one. It's called Lux Sweets. And it's called Lux Sweets because we started out making, I think, hot chocolate spheres, but we ended up switching over and repurposing that shop for my purposes, and we sold 3D prints for a while, and now I'm going to sell this stuff on there. So yeah, if you guys are interested in this keychain, it's on my Etsy shop, linked in the description below in this video. Also, this Dark Throne phone holder that reclines is free on my Make World. You can download the model and 3D print it. You can also tilt the seat back, and here's a makeshift phone where I can show you how it works. There you go. You can put your phone either which way. Same with the Darth Vader throne. This actually has an AirPod holder. If you guys want to download this, it's free on the Maker World as well. Link is in the description below. Likewise, here's the Bo-Katan throne from Mandalorian Season 2. This is from the Kenobi series, by the way. And this also reclines. And you can also put your phone up like that. Here's green from the Rainbow Friends, again on my Maker World. And last but not least, I created a stealth French side table that you can also download on my Maker World for free. And it's a cool little piece. You can put your phone on there. You can put, say you're drinking a cup of coffee. You just pop it on there. Set it next to you on the couch or wherever you want to put it, honestly. And speaking of coffee, delicious. By the way, it is currently 79.9 degrees Fahrenheit in the 3D printer room. There is one thing I forgot to mention, and that are the 3D Theory coasters. If you guys are interested in these 3D Theory coasters, let me know. I can also put them up on the Etsy shop for you. They're really cool, made of PETG, and also the keychains are made of PETG, and it comes with this cool little carrying case here. And yes, guys, I have been working on the stealth TV tray that won the poll that I had set. It was the most voted to be done. So again, like I had mentioned a couple of vlogs ago, I'm gonna probably be doing that in the background and kind of making it go forward in small increments, because it's gonna be a project that takes a while. And I got so many things going on, and we just got a shipment in of a lot of parts to a product that I need to now assemble. So I'm gonna do my best to hack at it. So it's that old saying, right? Lay a brick a day and eventually you'll have a wall. And that's kind of the technique I'm using for the stealth TV tray that I'm gonna be making. But it's gonna be fun, and I'll add the first part of that towards the end of this video after I get production going here. And first things first, I'm gonna do the lubrication for the X-axis, and then once we're done with that, I'm gonna rub down these build plates, these PEI sheets, with the isopropyl alcohol. Alright guys, let's get that started. And on a side note, I got a little bit of an idea that I wish existed but doesn't. So I use this here Manfrotto mini tripod for my camera mount, and I switch it over to this so I can put it onto the tripod when I'm filming. But I was wondering if I can find something like this that has a screw bottom that will screw onto this, so that when I take off the camera, the camera would be always attached to this, and I could just take it off and attach it to that, and then take that off and attach it to that. That would be a really sweet idea. I'm thinking about 3D printing, or if there is something like that available, I'll definitely get one, because it really helps just to like switch from different ways of filming really quickly, so you're not sitting there for 2-3 minutes unscrewing, then rescrewing and turning everything back on. But nonetheless, if anybody knows of such a thing, do let me know. If not, I'll be happy to 3D print it, and if anyone else is interested, let me know as well. All right, guys, first things first is take out this little test strip that the Bambu Lab A1 does. Then we're gonna take these off, and as you can tell, it really sticks on there, but this time, yeah, it came off a little easier than before, but those prints, they are looking real nice, as always. Oh man. Going from the Creality CR10 SEs to this is just night and day. That is so beautiful. All right, now time for this one. Very good. This one also came out beautifully. Very nice. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do the isopropyl alcohol rub on the PEI sheet. I'm just gonna throw a little bit down on there on each one. Just a tad bit. Now I don't need to do the whole thing, just the area where I print out on. And you can kind of see an imprint on where I print it out, because I always print it out in the same spot. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna work. It's already feeling a little bit better, because when you put your fingers on it, it feels sticky. But now it's like sliding real well. Is there any residue? Not really, but just for good measure, I'm gonna do another little bit of isopropyl alcohol. This is 91%. I think we got it from Target, if I'm not mistaken. A few people mentioned it in the comments. Hey man, just wipe your print bed with isopropyl alcohol and it should do the trick. Very nice. Like in Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. That should do the trick. Very cool. I'll be honest, I don't think I watched Karate Kid until I was in my late 20s. But it's a good film. I haven't gotten to catching flies with chopsticks yet. That is a super skill. But I use a dishcloth. Like the old football players, I roll it around and I whip them right out of there. Has anyone ever experienced a message that the x-axis needs to be lubricated? Because I haven't yet, but the y-axis or the y guide rails I have many times. But I'm wondering if there's even a warning for that. When you go on the Bambu Lab site for maintenance for the A1, it just says to do it every month, once a month. So we're in August. I got these in early July. So we're due, but I have needed to lubricate the Y guide rails several times already. So I'm curious if the X-axis needs to be lubricated any less, because I haven't gotten anything, and maybe there isn't any sort of message that pops up like, hey, you need to lubricate your X-axis. So this one's, I think, sticks the hardest. Yeah, but still looking real pretty. I love 3D printing, guys. I loved 3D modeling, and then once I got my hands on the Monoprice Mini Delta V2, I thought, oh man, this is gonna be really hard. And I don't know if I got the bandwidth for all this, but it turned into a business, really. And not only just a business, I love doing it. It's not just business. Crank out as many as you can. No, I really love doing this. It feels good making something and being able to hold it in your hands right away. Whoever came up with this tech, thank you. I know it's been developed over many years and with many contributors. So this is a thank you to all past efforts where we can now have this in our homes or in our living spaces to use and to be creative, to spend our time wisely, and potentially help others with the things we make. That's one of the coolest parts about this. You can potentially help people, make them happier. A little piece of a little trinket or a little piece of whatever you've made can really brighten up the day of people. And making people feel good is important, so that they feel happy and enjoy their life, enjoy their day to day. Nonetheless, I really believe this isopropyl alcohol thing is going to do really well. I can't wait to pull off the next print. But we need to lubricate the x-axis really quick. It does mention to bring tweezers along so you can pick out little bits that are there. But I don't see any bits. Maybe because I don't have my glasses on. But yeah, no, I don't really see too many bits. But nonetheless, I'm going to grab that yellow microfiber cloth that I got, wipe it down. I was considering using the oil that the machines came with, but I think I'm just going to use that Marksman once again. I keep calling it Marksman, but it's 3-in-1 multi-purpose oil with a Marksman twist. I think I just like the sound of Marksman. That's cool. Alright, so I'm going to wipe this down as recommended. It's a huge microfiber cloth. I kind of want to cut it, but it says try to use something that's dust-free and lint-free. So, anything? No. That was pretty clean. I assume it shouldn't be sticky, but it was a little sticky, so that probably means it needed to be lubricated. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of gunk. Oh, there's a little bit of gunk, but you can hardly see it on the camera. Let's see. Let me wipe this down here. That about does that. And then it just says to throw on some oil on top, some oil on the bottom. I don't know how we're going to do the bottom, but we'll give it a go. Because this stuff is really runny. And I just want to open it just enough to where a tad bit comes out. Not a, oh, there you go. So let me get some on there. Okay. Now let's bring this across. Oh yeah, right when it went over it, I felt it able to move a little bit better. And a little bit on bottom, which I'm gonna actually hold this. This ain't gonna work. Interesting. How am I gonna do the bottom now? Maybe I could just put it right here and it will go to the bottom itself. Let's see. Perhaps that worked. Let me see here. Yeah, I mean, there was oil there. Let me see if I can get it. There. It's dripping all over. Okay. Let me put some here actually. I didn't put any up here. Okay. Yeah, you know what? That might be a method right there. Just use the paper towel just like that on the bottom. Because they had that little squeeze tube that was provided with the machines of the lubricating oil. But this one's a little bit more runny. Okay, I think that is looking good. And I'm going to go ahead and do the rest now. While we're up here, I'm just going to go ahead and start the print. Let me check my filament amount. Yep, definitely still got room for one more. So I'm going to just start the print real quick. Very nice. Alright guys, as mentioned earlier, I'm going to now get you guys over to the designing process for the Stealth TV tray. And I'm going to take it really slow. And I think I got a little bit of the designing part started out. And once everything's finished, I'm going to compile it all to one long video so you can watch it from start to finish. But nonetheless, here's that video. Hey, what's up everybody? 3D Theory here. It's August 2nd, 2024 at 3:39 p.m. and we're going to work on sketching out our idea for the Stealth Geometric TV tray. So, as you know, we already have our base idea, which was that black table I showed you. And I'll put it up on the screen here. What I'm going to start out with is just writing out a few ideas. So I wrote something out over here and it says 256 millimeters cube. This tells me how big the build plate for the A1 is. I'm gonna go ahead and first take some measurements actually of the table, and it's right here to my right. So I got my digital ruler here, or tape measure, and I'm gonna measure out the length of the legs. Inner legs, 695 millimeters. All right, so the inner legs and the outer legs are the same. So the thickness of these legs equals 22 by 20 millimeters. So there's a crossbar at the bottom, which equals 292 millimeters, as well as right under the table there's two pieces of wood holding a metal bar that both equal 125 millimeters each. So I'll just call it metal bar wood. That's 125 millimeters. We can say there's two of those. And then same for the legs. There's a little wooden bar. There's a little wooden bar that holds the legs as well. So that's 251 millimeters in length. 251 millimeters, and there's two of those. So we'll call this legs bar under table. Okay, and these are all just personal little notes that I'm taking. And we have a cylindrical piece of wood going across as well, and that should be the same as the crossbar down at the bottom. So I'm going to call it cylindrical wood, and we're going to call that 292 millimeters. So first things first is I'm going to go ahead and draw this table out, and then we can kind of add some cool features to it. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm drawing here. Let me actually zoom in. All right, so just like that, we have the tabletop, and there is this piece of wood on the bottom here that I was talking about with a little screw there. And likewise, there's a piece of wood here in the center, which has this little metal bar down at the bottom, but we're not going to be drawing that just yet. And so we have one set of legs coming out this way, and we have another set of legs coming out this way. All right, so to kind of round those out a bit, let me go ahead and give it some refined lines. All right, so we're just gonna add some lines here, fill out that table leg. All right, just so we can differentiate which one's in the front and which one's in the back. Actually, this should be like this. Wow, this one is deleted. I'm so used to using a computer, I say deleted. All right, guys, and so we have another bar that goes here. Like that. And what I'm drawing looks a little wider, but we're just kind of trying to get the idea over here. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. So we have a little bar there, which is the same as this one, and then there is this metal bar that goes across here to keep the cylindrical bar that's over here from going out of whack, and as you close it, kind of going astray as you close it. So now that we have this drawn out, we can kind of isolate some pieces and design them out. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to designate some pieces here. So what I'm doing here is just kind of like my personal workflow. I like to just isolate all the parts and design them and then put them back together. So we got this part finished. We kind of have an idea of what we're working with. I want to create some features. Some features that are not on here, that are not on this product, and that I want to add as part of the new design. So that about wraps it up for today's video. Just a little quick sketch session. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, peace, love, and joy.